Hello Internet and welcome back to the Nitpickery. Today we are going to be surviving Mars, which is a wonderful new game that's been released just a couple of days ago. It has some city building and some survival features because, well, you are settling Mars, which includes both of it, but we'll just have a look at it and start a new game. So, basic setup. Mission sponsor, you can pick any one of those. Of course, going down you increase your difficulty. And each of your mission sponsors gives you different perks. The International Mars mission is basically just for beginners to get familiar with the game. Other than that, it's just ridiculously overpowered. But yeah, today we are going to be playing as the Blue Sun Corporation. Next up, our commando profile gives us additional perks and can increase or decrease the difficulty for a bit. And yeah, let's just pick the astrogeologist, because we're in the money business today. Colony logo, that's just a personal tasting. I think we're gonna take this one. And the mystery is kind of a late game feature that has some things happening that are more or less mysterious, as the name gives away. But we keep that random to just keep the surprise. Okay, now here we can set up what we start out with. Prefabricated buildings is pretty important because in the beginning you don't have as much tech to build all the different things, so yeah, I mean, the fuel refinery and the drone hub, that's pretty good. Then we can have different rovers, so that's basically a remote controlled rover who can control drones. We have an explorer and transporter, which kind of are always what they're doing. Some drones. Now these guys are actually doing all the construction for us. You have kind of basic resources. Those are concrete and metals. Those are rather easy to come by until we run out of them. Food is kind of intermediate, and like the advanced materials, polymers, machine parts and electronics, to get those you really need to set up a production chain, and at the end those are coming out. And well, the orbital probes are just convenient to get to know your environment. Okay, and now, as a last step to setting up the game, we have to pick a colony site. No, there's some suggestions around, but you can just basically pick any spot you want. I mean, that looks nice because it's relatively flat. You got at least some metals and concrete. Not too much, but it's okay. A lot of water. Dust devils are occurring. A lot of dust storms, but no meteors, no cold waves, so that looks pretty good to me.
Welcome to Mars.
Everyone at Mission Control is impatient to see the rocket touching down and unloading its precious cargo, our remotely controlled eyes and hands on the red planet, the drones and rovers. Our goal is to secure a foothold for humanity by building the first Martian dome. This daunting endeavor will allow the brave pioneers, the founders, to settle on Mars and prove that the colony is sustainable. But until then, we have to make sure the colony has enough construction resources, water, oxygen and power. Okay. So, what have we got over here? We have before we land our actual ship, we can just use our probes to get a better idea where we want to put everything down. Okay. And yeah, I think it's a good idea to put it down here somewhere. Oh wait. Okay, this is our transporter, and those guys over here are our little drones. First thing we need to do is just put down some depots to unload all the stuff we got in our rocket. After that, we can pick some spots to analyze. And then we built a concrete extractor because that's giving us easy access to our first resource. Now that's a bad spot to put this, because we can't reach it with a cable. Or could we? Well, it might be close enough over here, so yeah, that's great. Oh, and we could speed things up. Next we need to select some research. That's good, we can build some hydroscopic evaporators. Those are good to get water. More movement speed, that's good. More research is good. Yeah, about that. Next up, we immediately can order our next rocket because we have 2 of those. I'm gonna include some Stirling generators because, well, those are pretty powerful, and I mean, I like Stirling engines anyway, so let's get it over here. We don't have a remote controlled rover so far, and we don't have an explorer, so let's get those. Some more drones are always helpful. And yeah, some of the advanced resources. And launch. Yeah, you have some milestones over here, which kind of give you a score to compare your games. And I mean, the game just looks awesome. Let's help these drones. Now we don't have any power over here, but well, that's because it's night. So what we need to do is build some batteries for our solar panels to charge during the day. And we can build some wind turbines. Oh, and the concrete extractor is giving us some waste rocks, so we need to build a dumping ground somewhere over. Let's just plan ahead a little. Somewhere over here. Yeah,
Anomaly
that should be
found.
good. Oh, our next rocket is here. And now we have an explorer. And a command rover. We have a prefabricated drone hub, which is pretty handy because someone needs to be able to control the drones when the rockets are gone. And we should also be building a sensor tower.
Anomaly
And,
analyzed. Milestone achieved.
We should also build a sensor tower, and that's giving us kind of a boost to scan all the different sectors over here in the map. Okay, we have another milestone. Cool.
There's more to the barren environs of the Red Planet than meets the eye. A veritable treasure trove of undiscovered knowledge and wonder, so long as you know where to look.
Even the tiniest, simply looking rock can contain the answers to mysteries which perplex the human mind for generations. Sometimes it takes just a simple discovery to assure us of the vastness of the universe, an encouragement to make us look beyond the boundaries of our existence and into the future. Now we have autonomous sensors and low-G fungi. That's giving us the fungal farm and autonomous sensors, which comes in handy at some point. We have two buildings not working because we don't have any power. Sure.
Breakthrough discovered.
That's pretty cool.
Sector scanned.
Okay, now that we have power generation and concrete, for now we have to take care of the metals that are just lying around. Next resource we have to take care of is water. And we could have gotten us some moisture evaporators, but for now we just take a water extractor, which is gonna drill underground to get some. And of course the water needs to go somewhere, so we need a water tower. Or better just build two. Okay, and those have to be connected by pipe.
Research complete. Anomaly analyzed.
But first we need some power over here. And also, water is pretty simple to get. Next up we need some oxygen, and that's why we build a Moxie.
Sector scanned.
Now what you need to do in this game is also kind of maintain all your machinery, and the main thing that kind of increases the rate at which you have to maintain is how much dust you're having flying around. So during a dust storm,
Vehicle battery low.
your maintenance is increased, and also like all the extractor type of buildings produce a lot of dust that kind of increases your maintenance, so you actually want to keep those a bit separated from all the rest of your infrastructure, especially those type of machines that are especially vulnerable to dust, for example the Moxie or later the water evaporators. And of course we also need a storage tank for oxygen, because if we don't build anything like that, the oxygen has nowhere to go. Now our rover needs to recharge. And what kind of text do we have now? The farm. That's nice. We won't be needing the surface heating because we're, well, on the equator of Mars and it's not that cold over here. So that's unnecessary over here, but I mean, you have to have it at some point.
Dust storm approaching.
Oh, and there bad things start happening. Now, we currently have our water and oxygen production running. Next thing we need to do is, because we want to be able to send the rockets back, we need to get some fuel. And that's under production, the fuel refinery we brought with us. And now we can build our Stirling generators. Awesome. Those things are really powerful. So you have just like one field that they occupy, but they give you 10 power, and if you open them up, they give you 20 power, but at an increased maintenance rate, compared to the solar panels that are on 3 hexagons over here and only give you 5. What you can also do is pick different radio station if you want to listen to some other music. For example, the Red Frontier over here. Let's turn it down a little bit.
Sector scanned.
And yeah, because we started out with the Blue Sun Corporation, we also have the deep scan immediately unlocked, so we can just go for a second turn scanning all those. And now we're in the dust storm. Great. And yeah, as I told you, Moxies don't run during dust storm, so you need to build up some reserves when you have colonists here, because, well, even if there's a dust storm, colonists don't stop breathing. We have some anomalies over here.
Research complete. Anomaly
I imagine living on
analyzed.
Mars, and basically that's the weather you have for an entire year. That sucks. What else is there?
Sector scanned. Anomaly found.
And I also just love about the game how basically everything gets dusty over time, and when the drones are maintaining the building, it gets cleaned off, kind of. That's like a really cool, nice detail.
Sector scanned. Breakthrough discovered.
We got Eternal Fusion, which kind of doesn't make sense right now because we don't have fusion yet, but oh well. That's gonna be handy at some point. Okay, now we have fuel production, we have water production, we have oxygen production. Next thing left for us to do is start building a dome. Now you can see the hexagon around the dome over here. That's kind of the area where your colonists are actually gonna go outside and work, and you need that for if you want to extract some metals over here, or well, to actually earn some money, rare metals, which you can send back to Earth. well, what's more important? Construction materials or earning some money? I guess when we have money we can import... and we have... because we have deep scanning and deep metal extraction, we also have the deep resources, which are like always bigger, so we're definitely gonna go with that here. What's up here? Yeah, we don't have any space anymore for concrete. Which reminds me, we need to unload the transport rover and put down a concrete depot. And yeah, now we're gonna build a dome over here. And we don't have any working drone commanders over here. But we have a drone commanding rover, so it's gonna be okay. Okay, we need concrete, metal, polymer. We also need some power.
Listening to Free Earth Radio on 106.7 FM. I'm Jamie Holland, providing you a fitting soundtrack for that fabulous life you're living.
We are the new generation.
Oh no, we're gonna listen to something different. Yeah. We need to unload this over here. Then we need some pipes.
Sector scanned.
First 30. We need to go back and forth sometimes.
Sector scanned. Select a sector to scan. Pipe leak reported.
You're listening to Mars Official Radio with Panna Masculine, your first radio host choice with the best radio voice.
Sector scanned.
Hey, you're already full. Whoops. Soon we're gonna be able to launch this off. And now, lastly, we need some polymers to build this.
Sector scanned.
Is it enough? I hope so. Yeah, they're building.
Milestone achieved.
Wonderful, we have another milestone over here. Now for the domes, there's basically two skins. One is that one with frames, and there's the other one. I like the former better because it doesn't look as much as kind of a toy or something. But to be honest, the roads inside look nicer with the other one, but that's just my preference. But now let's launch a rocket from Mars, shall we? Bye bye. Okay, so here we are. We need some living quarters inside here, and what we really need to build
Research
over here
complete.
is also a grocer, because
Sector
the colonists
scanned.
can get their food only from the grocer. So if you don't build one, they're gonna starve, and we don't want that, do we? Oh, and we also need construction resources, of course, to build those. So we need concrete and we need concrete. Awesome. We got a lot of that.
Sector scanned.
And I think it's also always a good idea, but that's just... whoops. I think it's always a good idea to build some water storage and some oxygen tanks right next to the dome, so in case anything happens, at least have some buffer in there. Yeah, that rover got hit by the dust devil. That's too bad. So we need to get this rover over here to fix it. And now of course it complains that there's no drones around here to maintain stuff. But we can get a second drone hub to deliver it. What else could we need? We should get some foods, so just we have some reserves over here. And well, some of the complex materials.
I'm Panam Askelin, and you're listening to Mars Official Radio. Soon, this planet will require the same social institutions that are required on Earth. Hospitals, retirement homes, and of course, schools. As a trained educator, I believe that Mars will need a custom educational system, more efficient and less time-consuming. How do you think the system should be designed? Share your thoughts. Write us a letter. Listen to this.
Sector scanned. Anomaly
Yeah, we
found.
should maybe get some people here first, right? Oh, wow. Did that hit anything? No, didn't.
Vehicle battery low. Breakthrough discovered.
Okay, and right back to charging up. Huh. Oh, and now our concrete extractor has depleted its deposit. It's okay for now, we have quite a bit of stored concrete, but we need to find another space. So no, that's not a one. Over here, or over here. Oh, those are pretty far off. Well, we'll see. We'll figure something out. Okay, another useful thing to have in your first dome is an infirmary. Because, well, by reasoning, maybe you need some medical care, and also when you have an infirmary, kind of the minimum comfort your dome requires to get some babies is reduced, so yeah, that's helpful.
Sector scanned. Anomaly found.
There's just so many anomalies around here. Early game. Are those full? Ah, not yet. Concrete. More concrete. Oh, maybe we should build a drone hub over here. And some batteries. And what you can also do, I barely ever use it, but you can build some switches over here so that you kind of can isolate this long
Cable fault reported.
piece of cable if it has a cable fault. Same goes also for the pipes, and with the pipes it's kind of a bit more useful, but
Anomaly analyzed.
still, not really.
Anomaly analyzed.
And yeah, once we have some colonists, we need to make some money, so let's get a rare metal extractor. Can we get both into one? No, unfortunately not. So, oh well. That's the better one, so let's get one over here. And the cable to that over here. So yeah, we have basically our dome set up and our fully fueled rocket. So what we now need to do is get some people on here. But to do that, I guess we're gonna have to look to the next episode. And until then, see ya!